Welcome to Catania. Hello for everybody to Canada.
Hi, I'm Chris and this is Jim, and we're Midlife Travel Bug, and today we are on the beautiful city of Catania, Sicily.
This city is going to be amazing. We're here for 3 days and we're going to show you all the fun stuff to do, and especially the food.
Yes, we're more excited I think about the food, but we're actually really excited to be here in Sicily.
So we flew into Catania from London. We flew in on Ryanair, which cost us $25 a piece for the flights. And I think, how much for our bags?
$40.
$40 for the bags, $25 for the flights. We arrived in Catania last night and we took an Uber, a very expensive Uber by the way.
No, that was a taxi, and I don't think we need to do that again.
A very expensive taxi.
It was literally 6 kilometers less, and we ended up getting charged 35 euros just for the taxi. And when we got in, he kind of tapped up the price to 10 euros to start. Now, I'm not sure if that's typical for the airport or if it was just typical as a tourist. So we did try to book a Uber. It would have been 18 or 19 euro. Yeah. But they kept canceling on us. So after waiting about a half an hour, we finally decided to grab the taxi. So we didn't know what else to do, but I feel like we kind of got a little bit touristed. In
hindsight, we probably would take the bus next time or move away from the airport with our bags and then order the Uber. So we're in the square, which is literally a block away from the fishing market and all the markets and everything. This is our first taste of the Italian architecture, Baroque style here in Catania, and I'm not sure if we can get in these buildings or not. It's just like a huge square with everywhere you turn is this Baroque style older building. Now they say that a lot of these buildings have that darker tone to it, and that's because of Mount Etna, and they use a lot of lava rock to build these buildings. That's why they're all darker. So far, first impressions are like, wow, this place is pretty awesome. Pretty much every time you turn a corner, you walk to a new street, and this is the type of things that you see everywhere. It's just like, wow. So we're just standing in front of the statue of Vincenzo Bellini here in Catania, and of course we all know what he's famous for. Right?
Well, let's go have a Bellini. I like that idea.
Must be the inventor of the Bellinis, so that sounds like the perfect time to go have a Bellini.
Okay, stand in front so I get a picture of you. Pick up the clouds.
So we're just strolling through a big market that sells not food or produce, but all the goods and copy stuff, I'm guessing, jewelry, all that stuff. Looks like it goes on every day, but it's massive. They're just packing up. It just goes for streets and streets. And guess what? You turn a corner and there's an amazing building again. I stand corrected. It is also full of fruits and vegetables. So this is a different area from where the fish market was, but also has everything you can imagine. So the cannoli originated here in Sicily, and oh my gosh, look at this amazing chocolate filled. This is gonna add about 3 inches onto my hips, but you gotta have a cannoli when you're in Sicily. I don't even know how to eat this. It's gonna be like chocolate based.
So messy.
I don't think I've ever had a cannoli. Crunchy outside, chocolatey and peanutty in the middle.
They just stuffed it too.
They just stuffed it right in front of us. Amazing. Wow. Cannolis in Sicily. Do it.
Note to self,
This is what you look like after eating a cannoli. In the wind.
don't eat a cannoli in the wind.
So the amphitheater of Catania, one of the largest in the Roman Empire, with a cavea that could hold up to 15,000 spectators on 32 steps. Believed to be built in the 1st and 2nd century AD. It was discovered when they were excavating for a new building, and they discovered the ruins here. So they got some underground tunnels there that you can see as well, and just kind of a drawing that shows like a big massive Colosseum. What a discovery. Currently in Sicily in the first couple weeks of November here, and it's shorts weather, so we're off season. Not a lot of tourists here at this time, but the weather is still beautiful, around 22-23 degrees Celsius. Nice to bring out the shorts after our brief stint in London. One of the famous things to do here in Catania is the fish market. It's where all the local fishermen come and sell their fish for the day, and it's just a loud, bustling area. Come check it out when you're down here. It's one of the top things to do in town. This whole market area is just surrounded by restaurants and fresh fish and fresh produce. Everyone's around here. Nothing better than a European market.
My favorite song is on repeat. Drinking wine until the dawn, knowing soon we'll be back home. I'm thinking about you. I'm wishing that you knew.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
My friend, yeah.
About you.
Go for it, baby.
I see that smile on your face. You told me about the hidden place.
So we're just here in Catania, just where the fish market is, just having a bite to eat, and Jim got the big bowl of mussels. This is apparently just an appetizer. And I have the pasta alla norma, which is characteristically the pasta of choice of Catania and Sicily.
Looks great. Look at that.
It's huge.
Food was great. We're stuffed. It's the afternoon. We still got lots of walking to
We
do.
gotta go walk before we go to bed.
I'm thinking about you. And I'm wishing that you knew. That I'm thinking about you.
just when you think there's nothing else to see, everything pops in front of you when you turn the corner. Right behind us is the Ursino Castle, built in the 13th century. It is huge. It was once surrounded by lava that altered its coastal location.
The entrance to the castle here in Catania is 11 euros per person. It looks pretty cool.
We chose not to do this time just because we're doing the monastery instead, which is a cost of also
10 euros each for a private 75-minute guided tour through the monastery. And we are short on time as well, so that's also part of the reason we decided not to go in. Looks like a pretty cool place, and if you come to Catania, come check it out.
The monastery is free to get into. To get up to the top, it's €3 a piece. Now, we booked a tour for, I believe, €10 a piece, so it's a guided tour. So we're gonna take you on this guided tour. This monastery is a former Benedictine monastery and is the second largest Benedictine monastery in Europe. It is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The monastery was founded in 1558 and derived from the volcanic sand present in the area. The 1669 Etna eruption surrounded the city of Catania with lava, widening the coast for more than 1 kilometer and the lands of the monastery too. While the monastery was not destroyed by the lava, the surrounding acquired a level of lava stone 12 meters high. The 1693 Sicily earthquake, also called the Val di Noto earthquake, and the following tsunami ravaged the entire east coast of Sicily and Catania. Like nearly the entire city, the monastery was nearly destroyed and only the basement floors survived. The present monastery was rebuilt atop the original structure.
So as a side note, would we recommend coming to the monastery? Yes, if you're really interested in the history of the monastery, I would say yes. Going downstairs and seeing the original part of the monastery was really interesting. However, the rest of it was kind of a little bit on the boring side. It is now a university, which, man, if you're a student, what a cool place to come to and go to school. As far as the rest of it goes, it's kind of one of those places that if it's really interesting to you, come see it. If it's not, maybe I'd probably suggest something else.
Something in the atmosphere.
This is the Garibaldi Gate, built in 1768 to commemorate the wedding. King Ferdinand III of Sicily and Maria Carolina of Habsburg-Lorraine, his wife. And if you look straight down through the center of this gate, you can see the Duomo of the cathedral way in the distance.
This is a traditional Catania breakfast, or maybe Sicily, but this is a brioche bun, and it has a pistachio gelato inside. So this is, I guess, typical for breakfast here in Sicily. So we're just gonna give this a try.
That's awesome.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, video, good.
I don't know how to. Oddly, it works really well. I never would have thought, but it works pretty good. Pretty good. Try it when you're here.
Another popular dish here in Catania is an arancino. So this arancino has a crispy breading on the outside, and you can get multiple different fillings on the inside. This one's a Parmigiano, and it's got rice, eggplant, some cheese and sauce, and it looks just amazing. So give it a shot. Wow, it's so good. So the castle was 10 euros a piece to get in. The Prosecco is only 10 euros total, so we chose Prosecco today.
So now we look like alcoholics instead, Jim.
But when in Italy, have the Prosecco.